Uh, what's good, y'all? Brooklyn Empires, Magnus O'Haden. Man, listen. Now, you know, I got to throw something out here, right? Because if you look on YouTube, right, everybody got something to say. Like, I mean, I don't know how you deal with that, but everybody got something to say. And in real life terms, in real life terms, I'm gonna say this. It really doesn't even matter, you heard? I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. You got all these bloggers up here. Everybody on YouTube got something to say. And in this world, perception is everything. So I came to share a jewel with you, right? You know, number one, just a thought. Trump don't know none of us. Yo, I'm touch Trump real quick, right? Trump don't know none of us. Factually. He ain't even got a clue you exist. These people don't even know we exist. They don't care. They don't care. Why should they? Now, I want to speak to y'all on some real G shit, right? You know, they used to always say that history is written in the color of the victor. History is written in the color of the victor. So I say this to say that it's easy to speak from where we speaking from when you're coming from a victimized mentality. Hear what I'm saying, man? It's easy to say what we want to say when you're coming from a point of a victim. You speak from the point of a victim. See, because if you look at it, if I robbed you, right? I ran up on you, robbed you, took your jewels off you. You're gonna be tight, you're gonna be emotional, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna want to kill me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill Magnus. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill that nigga. You rob me, I'm gonna kill him. He's speaking from the pain of a victim. Well, I'm coming from the mind of a victor. You get what I'm coming from? I'm coming from the mind of a victor, while he's coming from the mind of a victim. So we have two different mind states based on the situation. We want to beef about slavery. Yeah, I'm African American. My ancestors were slaves. But you know what's crazy about this? Is that you want some people to apologize and give you reparations like they gave everybody else. But you didn't do what everybody else did. The Jews didn't go for it. The Japanese didn't go for it. The Koreans didn't go for it. The Mexicans didn't go. Why are we the only one going for it? We always crying with our hand out, man. And you wonder why we ain't got nothing. Still to this day, we crying. Still to this day. When we marched up in them streets, they was in the courts. Shouts out to Martin Luther King. It was in the courts.
Power off.
You understand?
Power on.
It was in the courts.
Going in.
Fighting for their rights. It was in the courts. That's just one issue. Another issue. True to the word. If you died right now, God forbid, if you died right now, ain't none of this a matter. Here we are. If you died right now, none of this will matter. You'll be dealing with a whole nother reality. And nothing on this stinking little planet would make a difference. If you died right now, not a soul in the galaxy will cry for you. Nobody will hear you. Except those who love you, those who know you, and cherish you. But other than that, ain't nobody gonna cry for you. So why are we so caught up on discussing matters that has no real significance about nothing, and nobody gets nothing done? So this is my advice, right? Check it out. This is my advice. If the world, if there's a world war that's about to take place, ain't nothing we can do about it but embrace ourselves. If you have a family member or friend, associate, person you know, mutual, whatever, and they on their deathbed, all the docs can do for you is tell you how to prepare for this death that's coming. See what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about it. Ain't no soul on this life can intervene with death. No one. Facts. Right? So check this out. You got people that's out here and they talking about the Illuminati. They're talking about, these secret societies. But the truth of the matter is, who cares? I mean, who really cares? Like, the Illuminati's doing this. Ain't nobody can make you do what they want unless they listen. One of the great scholars of old, right? One of the great scholars of old, of the 16th century, he made a profound statement, right? And he said that, what did he say? He said, the human being will submit to two forces, right? The human being will submit to two forces. Either it's a physical force or it's a psychological superiority. See, people don't like to hang around individuals who are highly intelligent because they feel that the intelligence makes them, the intelligence of the other individual makes them feel vulnerable to them because they're much more intelligent. You see where I'm coming from? So what we have here on this one broadcast is that anybody and everybody that will see this, I hope you listen to what I got to tell you. Your life, your living is in your hands. Your life that you're living is in your hands. And the truth of the matter is that nobody can dictate your life unless they have some type of power over you. Either the higher power lock you up, or you got to go and pay rent. You got to do this. You got to do certain things to sustain life. That is the most important thing here. Hear me out. Food, clothing, and shelter. Dudes get locked up. They come home after 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, and everybody sit there and they say, yo, son, prison preserved you. You know what I mean? You look good to be 50. You look like you're in your 30s. Prison didn't preserve him. It took away the natural stresses of life. Food, clothing, and shelter. Now, put it together. Anybody and everybody that is in power wants to control food, clothing, shelter. Number 3, land. Number 4 is land. But food, clothing, and shelter is the main motivator. If I can't eat, I'm tearing y'all up. Listen, man. If I can't eat, I'm tearing y'all up. If I can't sleep, I'm spazzing out. If I can't put no clothes on, I'm robbing everything moving. This is natural. So what you have is a bunch of people in power, shadow governments, and all. I don't care about none of that. How is what they're doing affect you? That's all that matters. You understand? So the crazy part about this is that a lot of individuals, they really don't know the functions of a government. When they don't understand the functions of a government, this part of the government does this. This part of the government does that. This part of the government does that. They're designees to handle certain aspects of society. You sound like a fool going at the president about your issue. That's not his job. That's not his job. He's a CEO, the chief executive officer, right? And his thing is to make sure that the functions of society with other societies are maintained and balanced. He's not about, the cops beat me to death, right him. He's not about that. That's not his thing, even though he can do it. But it's not his thing. You understand? So the first thing is you have a lot of people, we're looking at the government, they need to do this, they need to do that. No, what have you done for yourself? When they say it's a free society, they mean free commerce. You understand? If you're from New York, right? Let me tell you something, right? If you're from New York and you look at the New York flag, the seal of New York, it's boats in a harbor. Hear me out. It's boats in a harbor because New York was actually the reservoir of commerce and exchange with other countries. Literally, Manhattan is an island. Facts. You understand? It's an island. So what you find is it's commerce, money. Woo woo. When these people took our ancestors into slavery, the ignorant ones did that to the Africans. Stripped them of their culture, stripped them of their language, stripped them of this, stripped them of that. The ignorant ones did that. But when you look at the power elite that allowed slavery to go on, it was about money. They didn't care about human life. So what they did was they took a whole bunch of people, they objectified them and put them in the field and made them work. Simple as that. Either you're going to get on this line and do what the fuck I tell you to do, or I'm going to body you and everything around you because I have the power to do that. So out of force, people had to find a way to survive under an oppressive system. That is strength. Because they knew they had kids They had a wife. They had family they had to protect. They couldn't make stupid moves like that. You understand? But for them, it was about money. My money. The majority of people that's racist and prejudiced are ignorant. Facts. Yo, listen. I'm gonna straighten this out, right? There's a difference. There's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist, right? There's a difference with being prejudiced and being racist. See, prejudice is defined as having a negative perception about a person before the facts. You understand? Prejudiceness is about having a bias against something before the fact. Racism is a whole world of difference. See, when you find people, I'm gonna tell you, an individual person can't be racist. They can be prejudiced, but they can't be racist. Unless they have control over commerce, money. See? If they got control over commerce, they can be racist. So if you come out of jail, you got fired from this other job, you go over here, they can look at you, you're a black man, you're a Mexican, you're a Puerto Rican, we don't like them. Matter of fact, you're a white man, we don't like white men, and fire you. Or they don't fire you, they don't even hire you. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's a form of racism. Because it stops an individual or people from rising in the society. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. If you ever get a chance, go read the paper. It's two things I'm gonna mention to you, so you can see the contrast. Watch this, man. There was a paper written in 1872, and everybody's familiar with this because his name is William Lynch, and we know he wrote the Lynch papers, you know, how to make a nigga slave, right? But the first thing he said to do, because you got to understand something, they're not dissecting this thing. The first thing William Lynch said in this paper, he said, I have seen that you people are having problems with your slaves. Hear this out. In the beginning of his writing, he said, we have observed, because he came from Britain. Yeah, he came from Britain. He said, you people have a problem with your slaves. Now, the question is, what problem was that? See, if you have to institute a system, then that means that the problem was global. Meaning not global around the world, national with the United States. It was national. The entire United States was having serious issues with slaves. Do anybody know what those problems were? I don't think so. See, the slaves wasn't accepting slavery. It's over. I'm going to get to a point. I know I'm long with it. I'm going to get to a point. Over 600 million, talking about 6 million Jews, please. Over 600 million slaves died in the Atlantic trade, man. 600 million. You know how much people that is? 600 million people. So you systematically murdered 600 million people. And when they came over here to the point where the sharks was following the boats, that when they came over here, the slaves spazzed out. The slaves was wilding. They was killing their masters. It was killing the women. It was even killing the babies. See, they couldn't really stop Nat Turner. You understand what I'm saying? But my point being with saying this is that when you look at that, the brutality, the inhumane treatment, the social ostracization, the economic depression of the African population in America. All this is coming from a leader, right, who's about business and money. And anything outside of that is objectified. Facts. Anything outside of that is objectified. And what do I mean by objectified? When you turn something to an object, you say that's mine. I do with it as I please. It's an object. So the first way we destroy somebody, destroy a human being, destroy anything, you have to degrade them in your own mind. If I'm going to hurt you, the first thing I'm going to say to you is fuck you. See? Kiss my ass, suck my. You see what I'm saying? I have to defame you in order for my mind to degrade you so I can hurt you. Because if I respect you, I can't do you no harm. You understand where I'm coming from? That's just number 2 of the issues. Hassan Campbell, very, very enlightened brother. And if you ever see this stream from Brooklyn Empire's Madness O'Haden, Hassan, I'll tip my hat to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tip my hat to you. But there is some things I do need to elaborate on, right? Not in regards to Hassan. You good. You know what I'm saying? But I have to elaborate on this. See, if you look at something like this, the first downfall of any movement is this. The first downfall of any movement is this. It's talking. It's right here. Life and death lies in the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. But what you got to realize, you can't fight an enemy when you don't know how he's fighting you. The reason why when we fight an enemy, we don't know how he's fighting us because people in his camp is not talking. You see what I'm saying? They're not talking. So it becomes a secret society. We keep our secrets. Shut up. You talk too much. Certain people are not privy to handle certain information. Facts. So they don't reveal everything to everybody. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you an example. If an alien or aliens really existed, the United States government was in cahoots with these aliens, whatever, you think they'll tell you? Think about it. If the United States or any government or any power on this earth was in cahoots with some aliens, do you think they would tell you? No. And there's a lot of factors why they wouldn't tell you. I can agree. So, with so being said, I think we need to reevaluate and revisit, our position on certain things. I love Hassan Campbell, right? Love the brother for his intelligence, his sincerity. You understand? But right now, Hassan, if you hear this, I'm talking to you, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muslim too. Brother, the things that you are revealing is very pertinent for the people. Yet you got to be much more wiser, brother, because they literally turned you to a target. And I want you to be wise of what you're doing. Sometimes you have to go undercover to build an external empire.
You know, you want anytime see if G got a file?
Is he over there?
Yeah, I see the file. Do the AC on, right?
It shouldn't be. Turn it off.
I don't know.
Listen. When you go upstairs, you're gonna see it on the wall. Push it all the way to push it up to like 79, 80 or something. You know, so my thing is, my thing is that it's hard to comprehend the reality of affairs, even for myself, because the truth of the matter is, we all don't know. I mean, let's be serious. Who knows? We all don't know. You know what I'm saying? They can be massive speculations, massive assumptions. You know, everybody talking about the industry got the Illuminati in it. And you think niggas really care about that? They care about that bread, man. Nobody care about no Illuminati and and I ain't shooting at people. I'm just saying for real. Like, we care about the Illuminati and the Masonic movement, the shadow government. I don't know none of them niggas, man. I don't know none of them niggas. That's Nacino right there, man.
What are you saying?
I ain't even know.
Well, I know. Fucking brick in there, huh?
For real, that shit put the heat on.
That shit was on 70. That's
It
why.
was on 70 on the one that was freezing.
Fucking brick.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Okay. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Should take that one. That's right up the block.
That's what I showed him.
Yeah, La Quinta.
Yeah, but it's 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning.
Yeah.
A show?
This for this would be like this shit is Black Ink shit.
Yo,
They do this right here, they pick, and then the next one would be in Miami on the 2nd, and then do that. After that one, then they'll pick and see if they pick from that one to see who's gonna do the BET shit, BET Awards in June. That's what it's really for.
yeah.
That's what it's for, basically. It's to see who gonna perform at the BET Awards, basically. So we go here, do this shit, boom, boom, boom.
Rock it.
After that, if everything go good with that, then they'll be like, yo, boom, come back on the 2nd. We go to Miami, do that on the 2nd, or wherever that's at. And then for that, if whoever gets picked from that, they go to BET Awards and perform on the 20th in June.
That's what's up. I mean, right now,
And that shit free, so.
we live streaming on YouTube.
You want probably?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so put it down for Saturday, Tampa.
Yeah, so anybody that's looking in, as you're looking, you see the big emblem. This is Brooklyn Empire Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We on YouTube, so go on YouTube as you on there now, and just type in Brooklyn Empire Entertainment, and all our videos and songs, all that'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up with that. But I'm glad that, you know, there's an old statement that says a man was talking to a man, and he told him to go to a particular town, and he said, well, what if I can't guide all the people? He said, but if you reach one person, that's better for you than the red camels. See, red camels back then was like Benzes, Mercedes Benz. You know, they call a camel the Cadillac of the desert. You know what I'm saying? They call it the Cadillac of the desert. So the first thing is that, you know, I just want to, you know, to point some things out, man, because there's a lot of madness happening, man. The perception is everything. You know, people won't believe what they want to believe. The truth of the matter is that I don't care what we want to believe. The facts is something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So why elaborate on things that we literally ain't got no knowledge of? I mean, literally, like, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, right? You'll get a whole bunch of people that jump up and they say, yo, let's get rid of the government. We're in this condition because of them. Let's get at the government. So now they want to overthrow the government. Put a coup, right? A coup d'etat, right? So let's say they succeed with, you know, putting a coup. They get rid of the government. And they put who they want in the government. Before you realize it, the same dude they put in the government, put in leadership, he got to make the same compromises as the same one, his predecessor. Because once you get into that arena, there's things that's going on that you'd had no knowledge of. A lot of individuals don't even see that Trump changed a lot of his views once he got into the government. Because more knowledge came at him he had no clue about. So shooting at politicians, Democrats, and Republicans is easy. You know what I'm saying? But when he's trying to find out about how this thing is really functioning, you get a whole different perception. A lot of us don't understand it. So you can't talk to an individual who got 500 million in his bank account from a nigga that got $5. How's a person with $5 going to relate with an individual with 500 million? It's impossible. That's what's going on right now. You can't understand. So, you know, when it comes to these things, man, it's really, I try to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay away from it. It's not that I stay away from out of whatever. But I stay away from it in the form of that I can comprehend what's going on, or see or get an idea of certain things that's happening and going on. And so my comments on it, it really doesn't change nothing. We don't know how to be quiet, man. Sometimes you got to be quiet and build your shit from the grassroots and do what you have to do. Getting up there, jumping and telling everything you do, it's not going to work. Especially when you're looking at, like, if you're speaking on political issues, believe it, everybody's political. I'm going to show you something, right? I was listening to 50, right? I was listening to 50 Cent, right? And he had an interview, and that was kind of weird, but he had an interview, and he said something that was very, very profound. And they told him, they said, "Yo, why, you know, I understand that you had a beef with Ja Rule, but why did you gun at the Locks and Fat Joe? And why did you gun at these dudes? What was that about?" You know what I'm saying? And 50 said something that was crazy. He said, "Yo," he said, "if I'm hustling on a block, I'm hustling drugs on the block, and the next block another dude is hustling and he's taking from my mouth, and I rob him and stop him from selling drugs, and the dudes on the other block start to help him, they help my enemy. So they enemies too." You gotta get it. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it. Nobody can never be a guilty by association. Human beings naturally click up together in whatever form or fashion that is. But the problem is, many of us want a black, unified, conscious mind for the American. I I doubt that's gonna happen. I doubt that's gonna happen. Not because of William Lynch saying the pit the light skin against the black and create because we got our own. You don't have to tell nobody or teach nobody or mentor anybody how to be hateful. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta teach nobody how to be jealous. It's a feeling. You ain't gotta tell nobody how to be envious. It's a feeling. See what I'm saying? It comes natural. I don't like that nigga. It's natural. It's in him. You may be a person, I don't care what people got. I'm happy with it. I'm content. Ooh. You ain't like that. You got more than me, I'm taking. See what I'm saying? Envy, jealousy, that's natural. You ain't got to do that. So all William Lynch did was turn the slaves against themselves. Because once you have inside division, you know what I'm saying? It's easy for the enemy to annihilate you. Easy. See, black people don't know how to follow leadership. Black people don't know how to follow leadership. We don't. We don't. We question everything and do nothing. Why you doing it? Why you doing that? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Why you doing this? Nobody never did nothing. This man put his back on the line and created a whole bunch of shit. Y'all niggas still sitting there like, you doing that? You ain't did nothing. You want to claim a lion's share of what you never gained. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is the reality. I'm just sitting there and just elaborating on it. I mean, because this is a lot of shit I can elaborate on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I can elaborate on. And I'm not trying to become, or do this YouTube thing and be a political. I ain't with all of that. I'm a musician. I love music. I do hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I got my associates, my bachelors, and my masters. You understand? I speak 3 different languages fluently. You know what I'm saying? I got my education, according to them. I had to debrief myself with real history, real life. You know what I mean? But, I accepted what they had to give. You know what I'm saying? They pulled me up a little bit. But honestly speaking, I ain't forget where I came from. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I think that, you get a whole bunch of artists and they're like, yo, these rap artists and these musicians, they doing this and that. Yo, they don't know where they came from. They dealing with a whole different type of situation. And honestly speaking, who cares? If I had something to say on Jay-Z, look, hold on. Jay-Z, watch this, y'all. Yo, Jay. Yo, Jay. Yo, Jay-Z, what up, man? Yo, 50. What up? Number one, can I borrow $1 million? I mean, I'm being serious. Can I borrow $1 million, bro? I can use that. Matter of fact, you can give me 200,000. I can use that. You want me to buy your music and listen to your music and give me 200,000, homie. You know what I'm saying? I can't get no bread. You got all that damn bread, you ain't gonna miss that. Let me get that. I can use something with that. See, that's real. I'm not gonna be sitting here going on what you talking about. Yo, you want to be on? Who cares? I ain't fucking that broad. I don't know her. So what? She got good music. That's it. She an entertainer. That's it. What's all the who for? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm an entertainer too. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if anybody was sitting there and like, yo, what you think about the Illuminati? I'm not the nigga to approach with none of that. I ain't with none of that, period. So I don't even care about that. I do it, music, whatever. But if you call me sideways, you might get smacked. Literally. I did 20 years in prison for murder. Came on 2015. Facts. You understand? It's not that I was about that life. That life was about me, and I just had to deal with whatever came at me. But the truth of the matter is that you got these young boys out here, they displaying guns and using all these people will bury you, man. They will bury you. It's not gonna get us nowhere. And it still ain't. That's why it's easier for me to kill you than to kill one of them. I kill you, I probably 25 to life. I kill one of them, I might get a death penalty. Ain't nobody trying to die like that. I mean, come on, let's be serious. I mean, this is real, man. And I'm just looking at like, yo, people is bugging the fuck out, man. Y'all bugging out. Yo, Donald Trump, and who cares, man? Yo, you know he's a racist. How that offend you? Yo, Donald Trump is a racist. Well, how that offend you? So, did he stop you from working? Did he stop you? I mean, because, you know, you probably push the taxes up a toll here, there. I mean, push the cigarettes up a little. But what is the real issue here? What is the real issue? Listen, everybody know he crazy. So what? You crazy. I mean, let's be serious. Don't sit back and be like, yo, you didn't do no psychotic shit in your life. He's stupid too. So, I mean, what's the difference? Like, I'm watching everybody. Not everybody. I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm watching the majority of people on YouTube talking these, you know, they're talking a lot of things, man. And I'm sitting here like, yo, somebody need to tell y'all something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody really need to tell, because I'm gonna show you something, right? Watch this. Watch this. You may not even realize that a person will go through something, they can go through something, and then misplace that anger and shoot it over here. Just because my wife, my girl, my side chick, my side nigga, my homie, my aunt, grandmother, grandpops, pops, they fuck my day up, I'm gonna fuck your day up. And I'm gonna focus on this all day. This is what they do. I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna go trolling, going through shit, just to, you know, because I believe in myself that I may make a change with this type of input that I'm gonna give to the world. This is a medium right here. So what are you going to tell a medium right here? You know what I'm going to tell this one person that's looking? I'm not going to tell you to send me a thumbs up, a check, yo, hit a like button. I ain't going to say none of that to you. I'm going to say brother, sister, male, female, child, adult, adolescent, whoever you are looking at this, care about your life. And what I mean by that, take care of what maintains you. Anything outside of this don't mean nothing. Listen, anything outside of that means nothing. If you can't eat, put clothes on your back, put a roof over your head, anything anybody's saying is irrelevant. Facts. I believe and I affirm social economics. I affirm social economics. You know what that means? That means I don't really care if you're gay, straight, you like doorknobs, back flip off a roof. I don't care, right? Social economics teaches me to say, what can me and you get to each other? Why is this friendship or this communion with me and you so important? Why? Explain it. We ain't got no explanation. We shouldn't even exist. You see what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is, when you really get down to the nitty gritty of life, this is all that matters. And I guarantee you, when you're sick, you don't give a fuck what's going on with Trump. when you're coughing and blowing snot, give a fuck about Trump. If you have an ailment, a disease, you ain't gotta be STD. You think you give a damn about what's going on with everybody else? See, the problem with that is, and let me tell you, people don't know how to mind their business. So we get involved with a whole bunch of nonchalant shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing in reality, homie. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing in reality. People talk too much and don't know how to mind their business. If nobody affected you, your family, your loved ones, your friends, your associates, who cares? Oh, you shouldn't be like that, brother. No, I should be like that. Because once we get around individuals and entertain this madness, you find yourself stressed, going through depression, anxiety, frustration, all this type of crazy shit going on in your mind and in your heart. And then you find yourself in a stagnated position where anything and everything that you had as a goal won't be achieved on no level. Facts. Facts, homie. It won't be achieved on no level. People don't know how to mind their business. It's not your business. How does that affect you? It don't. You think Cardi B cared about somebody calling her a prostitute when she was 14? No, the bitch is rich, just bought a brand new house. You think DMX, you think everybody cared that DMX was smoking crack? No. Now, yeah, I'm waiting from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really caught up on that, man. I'm not caught up on this nonsense, man. Like, you know, me, my team, my family, friends, associates, man. Yo, hold on. Yo, G.
Yeah, well,
What's up, man? Yo, you got enough for 5 over there?
I got no green, no buttons.
Damn, man. Oh, man, we over here dry as a skunk, man.
Yeah, I got none. I was gonna go to the dispensary today, but I just got out of work a little bit ago and I didn't have time.
Facts. All right, so all right, let me know if anything pop up later.
Alright, for sure.
All right, say less.
Alright.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in that, man. You know what I'm saying? I never get caught up in you know, because it to me is useless energy. Like, you get people to spend 10, 15, 20 hours a day on the internet. For what? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how's that adding up? Like, I don't understand this. But I'm looking at it, man, and you know, maybe it was a you know, a direction aided at Hassan Campbell. Maybe that was a motivation because I admire this brother, and he has a lot of information to give. And I'm not saying that the information is negative or is positive. You know, he gives it in his own perspective. But this era in regards to the new how you said in regards to the new millennials, and you know, if you call somebody a faggot, homo, they go crazy. I mean, we've been doing that since the 70s and 80s. You gay. I mean, but you know, it changed, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I ain't got a problem with the gay people, and they ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. That's your life. You got to live that. And when you die, you got to deal with whatever you got to deal with. Or even before you die. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with that now. Like, you know, but that's your business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like this, man. And I'm gonna give you something that a dude gave me, right? You know, out of many people, all we always heard was, I gotta do something and die. I gotta die to go to paradise. When everybody have any paradise right now, I ain't saying that they can't get it there. You see? So when the Bible speaks about, you know, the camel will go through the eye of a needle. See? The camel will go through the eye of a needle before a rich man enters the kingdom of heaven. What that statement actually means is not anybody who has money. Because if that was the case, then Solomon would be in hell. If that was the case, Sheba would be in hell. All these prophetic figures that had money, who forget that Benjamin in the Bible ran Egypt. he became the emperor of Egypt. So how is it possible to say that a camel go through the eye of a needle before a rich man entered the kingdom of heaven? When all these prophets, some of them was rich. No, there's a different understanding to that. And what it means is a greedy, selfish, narcissistic, egotistical psyche of a rich man would never enter paradise. That's what that means. So it's not a problem having money in your pocket. It's not a problem wanting good things for yourself. You should. On my last note, I'm going to say this. I ain't got a problem with people's money. I don't care. If you did it, I can do it. Simple. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to do it better, but I don't have a problem with people's money. Many of us, as African Americans, what I hear, right? Hold on, man. Yo, she should be home in a minute. What's up, you got 6? Huh? Yeah. Back to that hand. You know what I'm saying? So my point being with that is saying, man, is all this really doesn't matter, man. You know what I mean? What's going on with these rappers and what's happening? That's life, man. That's life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not caught up on none of those things. Literally. Yo, the baby going, yeah, yo, Juice WRLD died from an overdose. Sorry that happened to you, brother. But you should have been more on point about your condition and your situation. Nobody can blame, you can't blame nobody for that but yourself. You know, it's a sad and tragic situation. But, you know, you did that to yourself, bro. And it's simple as that. And I'm sorry that happened to you. But brother, that should, I mean, it's not gonna be a lesson because Heath Ledger died from an overdose, and Jack, what's the other dude name? Phoenix something, he died. There's so many people. Amy Winehouse overdose. Everybody, you know, this has been happening. This stuff is nothing new, man. Like, you know, people, you know, we want to get up here and sensationalize it like we're in the news. And, well, now we got a news media. I can talk about the situation. We ain't got to go to the news and get people who sponsored to relate this type of information. Now you got you got the internet and they can do everything they want. But the truth of the matter, none of this shit mean nothing. Man. Nothing. I mean, literally, I get more information sitting back watching a health video. You know what I'm saying? About my health. You know what I mean, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely is one that's not caught up with none of that. Yo, there's another. Yo, I don't know if these views what they're gonna do or how they may affect people. But I gotta say it, right? So I'm gonna put it this way. Right? And in the New Testament, right? I want y'all to hear me on this. In the New Testament, Paul, the so-called self-appointed apostle, because he wasn't a disciple of Jesus. But the self-appointed apostle, he said something that was very very interesting. And he said, find yourself giving obedience, which really is obedience, obedience to the law. Hear me out. He's talking about destruction. Remember, he's in Rome. He said, for the sword of those in power is not against the righteous, it's against the evil ones. Hear me out. The sword of the government is not against the righteous, it's against the evil ones. He said, for surely God has put this power on the earth as a sword against the evil. Now, this is one thing you got to look at. We as people are constantly finding brutality from the cops, murder from the cops, killings. And you wouldn't believe statistically, that there are more people with serious criminal backgrounds that was hurt, murdered, or damaged by the police than the people that was innocent. Go look at the stats. And to end on this note, right? Because I'm gonna anybody and everybody that tunes in, I want to throw something at you. I want to give you a little bit of homework, right? And it's an easy homework. If you think I'm lying, I want you to look for a movie, right? This movie is called Frailty, Frailty. It's called Frailty, right? It's with Bill Paxton. He had 2 sons, single father. One day he comes in a home and he tells his children, his 2 sons, one is 15, one is 12. He tells his 2 sons, I got a message from God. Hear this out, man. This is crazy. This is a movie. It's called Frailty. Y'all got to see this, man. He said, I got a message from God. And God told me that he's going to use me to kill demons. Y'all think I'm bullshit. Listen to this, man. He said, I got a message from God that he's going to give me some tools to kill demons. Real demons. It's a mean movie. He winds up being given an axe, and some gloves. He told his sons, he said, the gloves, when I put it on and touch a person, is going to show me that they're a demon, and I'm going to kill them. But the people that he was killing, nurses, doctors, teachers, ministers, pastors, he was killing them. His one son thought he was crazy. The young son believed him. Lo and behold, at the end of the movie, the younger son showed the older brother. Remember that nurse that he killed? Yeah. Remember that teacher that he killed? Some like, yeah. Remember the doctor that he killed? Yeah. The nurse that he killed, you know what she was doing? The beautiful nurse, the warm-hearted, kind nurse. You know what she was doing? At night, she would dress up like a prostitute. She would go get Johns, bring her to her house, have sex with them, and kill them by cutting their throat. The teacher that he killed was driving around with little girls in his trunk. The teacher. The doctor that he killed was injecting people, knocking them unconscious, and stealing their organs and selling it on the black market while that person died. Just these three people, he said they was demons. See that? He said they was demons. So how do you know that the most horrific, hear me out, how do you know that the most horrific and devastating and destructive things that's happening on earth to people is not justified? Because you don't know what they been doing behind closed doors, but he does. Dudes jump out there, yo, police beat my man, yo, stab my man, yo, they did this to my man, lock my man. You don't know what your man is, a psycho. Man's a cold, stone cold psycho. She didn't know that though. It was all good. You know, I'm gonna give you a real example. One of the individuals that died in the World Trade Center, right? If you go on YouTube right now, as you want it now, and you type up the fallen man, THE fallen, the fallen man, they caught a picture of this dude jumping out the window, right? Caught him jumping out the window and he died. He's a stockbroker. But the problem is that, you know, everybody mourned him because the dude died, you know, and he just literally jumped out the window. Such a tragic situation. And what they did was they wanted to do a documentary on this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, we caught him falling. And it come to find out, the dude that was falling out that window from the World Trade Center on 9/11, when the planes hit, this dude that fell out the window was a notorious stock embezzler. You heard that? He was a notorious stock embezzler, fraud. This man that jumped out that window on 9/11, 9-something, 10-something that morning, was robbing people of their entire life savings. Facts. He was robbing people of their entire life savings. People, families who became bums. You see what I'm saying? Became bums living on the street behind this dude. A notorious stock embezzler. So I don't believe in none of that innocence. I believe in justice. Unseen justice. Facts. See, none of these things affect you until it's your grandmother, until it's your grandfather. That's when we want social justice. But while the world is going in chaos and you sit here in silence in your comfortability, in your comfortability, that none of that mean nothing. Until it's your grandmother that's shot. Until it's your grandmother, your grandaunt, your uncles, your cousin, your little niece, little Juju, little Didi got hit up. That's when we get involved. Should have thought about that a long time ago, man. You know, so on that note, man, I know I done went for like an hour or so. Just to get some things off my chest. Like I call it just a thought, you heard? I'm gonna be popping up more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be popping up more. Because I know people gonna hit up like, yo, what's up, yo? Elaborate on this, elaborate on that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanna, you know, we got the Alpo thing, you know, Alpo running around. So what? So what? Yo, oh, before I go, right? Oh man, I got to express this, right? Because I hear everybody elaborating on that. I gotta say something about this, right? Some of you gonna like it, some of you not. You know, many of us would say that karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. And, you know, what goes around comes around. I got a problem with that. Right? Right? The first thing is the word itself, karma. People use this word a lot. Yo, karma, come back around. But karma don't even mean that. Karma does not mean go back. What goes around comes around. Karma does not mean that. The reality of the word karma and the Hindu tradition, the Hindus don't affirm in their theology or their cosmology, whatever you want to say. They don't affirm a creator. They don't affirm that. What they affirm is what we call stages in life. They believe that if you haven't fulfilled certain stages in life, when you die, you'll come back as something else to repeat it again, to do it over. So it's like a constant, a constant cycle of reincarnating to correct mistakes. This is so crazy about this, because karma is synonymous to the word reincarnation. If anybody who say they're Christian, Muslim, or Jew, Episcopalian, if anybody in these belief systems say that they believe in karma, they went against their total belief system. Facts. The reason why is because karma denies judgment. Hear me out. Karma denies judgment. And if you believe that everything that goes around comes around, then what you just affirmed is that there's no creator and there's really no justice. Hear me out. The creator is the one who dispenses justice. Do you understand? Oh man. The creator is the one who dispenses justice to each and every single human being. You can't say that you believe in the creator and then say what goes around comes around. They're contradictory distinctive. Do you understand? They're contradictory distinctive. If you affirm what goes around comes around, then what that means is life is a cycle and it has no consciousness. That's number two. Number three, if we do affirm what goes around comes around, then that means that life is mindless and it's unjust. Life, this cycle we're going around, totally unjust. What goes around comes around, unjust. How's that possible? What about the innocent people that's suffering behind many type of situation and events in their life? Are we going to say that that's karma, that's justice that's happening to them when these people never did no harm to no one? Don't curse, don't drink, don't smoke, don't rob, don't steal, don't laugh. They don't do none of these things. These people do none of these things. So if we want to sit there and say what goes around comes around, then you got to sit there and say that innocent people got their just due. 3,000 people died that morning. You telling me 3,000 people got their just due of what goes around comes around? So what the hell did these people do that God killed 3,000 of them in one day? Matter of fact, not even one day. He killed 3,000 people in a matter of 3 hours. Was that justice? We always want to sit back and say, where is the world headed? Well, look at the world now, and you know where it's headed. It's not the fact that it's headed somewhere, because today is eternity. Today is eternity. And we all can affirm tomorrow's not promised. Tonight is not even promised. When you lay down and go to sleep, it's not even promised. You might not even wake up. And all this will be a dream. I don't know, man. But I know it's weird for me, you heard. But I'm sitting back and I'm watching as the world turns. Yeah, I'm Brooklyn Empire Entertainment. We do music, we love music, we're going on tours, we doing it, we having fun, you know what I'm saying? We love music, it's our passion. But we ain't stupid and naive neither. You understand? We seasoned vets at this thing. And I'm looking at dude like, yo, y'all wild. Get your money and break out. What's all the drama about? Who cares? Except these kids. You can't blame them for them being who they are. And you are who you is. Make no sense. So I'm gonna leave that right there, man. The female, the brother, the person that tuned in. I'm glad that you tuned in with me. Put your people on. Matter of fact, I'll go live again tomorrow. I'm gonna go live again. I'm gonna go live tomorrow again at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, I'm gonna go live again. And if anybody see this video, if you got any statements, put it in the comments. If you got any questions, put it in the comments. And I would definitely answer you. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird, man. But I want to show, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'll be back here tomorrow. 6 o'clock on the dot. This is Magnus O'Haden, Brooklyn Empire's member. Just having a few thoughts, you heard? I like to think. I like to think. doesn't mean I come up with a whole bunch of conspiracy theories and connecting the dots and shit. Like, who cares? You know. But that's what's up. Facts.